Welcome to the Dietitian Side Hustle podcast. My name is Katie Dodd, and I'm a nutrition entrepreneur. I spent 7 years as a side hustler before diving into entrepreneurship full time. Before making the leap, I was bringing in 6 figures through my side hustle. If I can do it, you can too. This podcast is for dietitians, interns, and students who want to be inspired to start or perfect the side hustle of their dreams. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to the 117th episode of the Dietitian Side Hustle podcast, Gifts for Dietitian Side Hustlers. First off, I want to say thank you all so much for your support with last week's episode all about entrepreneurship and mental health. I appreciate those of you who reached out to me personally so much. And for those of you who are saying, yes, this is a conversation that we need to be having, not just in our field, but in healthcare, in life in general. So thank you all so much for your support. Today, I'm actually shifting gears and we're just talking about a fun topic. We're talking about gifts. And these gifts are things that you can buy for a colleague, for yourself, or if you have a significant other, you can send them. I'm going to share an article, but you can send them this article and let them know, hey, if you want to get me a gift, here are a list of great ideas. So what I ended up doing, guys, is I wrote a blog article for Dietitian Side Hustle. DietitianSideHustle.com is the website. I don't blog a lot there, but I will say if you go to my blog tab, I've got some very useful resources there. They're pretty good articles, I think. So this is one that I've been wanting to create for a while, and it's a gift guide for dietitians, specifically dietitian side hustlers who are entrepreneurs. And I've included over 40 gift ideas. Some of them are silly, some of them are practical, some of them are a reasonable price that you would buy for someone else. Others are a little bit more expensive. Those are more the gifts you would buy for yourself, or maybe your significant other could buy for you, but all kinds of different ideas here. Now, this is a blog article. Go to dietitiansidehustle.com, click on blog, and it's going to have all the information I'm sharing with you today. There are affiliate links on this website. So if you wanted to go there, the links will bring you directly to the products I'm talking about in this podcast episode. And if you purchase through my links, I do get a commission. So you can find that again, go to the website, click on blog, or if you want the direct URL, it's dietitiansidehustle.com/gifts for dietitian side hustlers. And there's little dashes in between each of those words. So I think that this article is going to transcribe really well to the podcast. You'll probably hear me get really excited as I start talking about some of these gifts, because these are gifts that I bought for myself, that I bought for other people, and things that I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to tell more people about these things because they're so amazing. So I've broken down the gift categories into books and journals, techie stuff, office stuff, things you never knew you needed, software and courses, and then things to buy yourself. So I hope that you enjoy this episode. If there are some amazing gifts for dietitian side hustlers you think I should know about, feel free, shoot me a message on social, on email, and I'm happy to add them to my list because, we could always use a good resource and reference for buying gifts for dietitians. So let me talk a little bit about books and journals. I love books. I love reading for personal and professional development. I love journals for the same reason. So in my list, I start off with the Dietitian Coloring Book. This is a book that I created through a course that I've talked about a lot on the podcast. It's a course that I took called Click to Publish, and it's the course that taught me how to be a self-published author on Amazon. Now, the coloring book wasn't something I intended to create, but as I took this course, I ended up making a coloring and activity book. So this coloring book, is great for fellow dietitians, for students, for interns, for yourself. It is wonderful for traveling on airplanes. If you're on the sidelines at a kid's game, it's just great to doodle, to color. It's 100 pages. It has over a dozen different activities, from word searches, crosswords. It's a really fun adult coloring book, and I highly recommend it. So the next on my list is, actually, I've got a few books. One is Mindset, The Psychology of Success by Carol Dweck. Now, this is a wonderful book for learning about mindset. As an entrepreneur, I have learned that mindset is everything in work, in side hustles, in life. And this is a professional development book that's going to shift your perspective on how you see yourself in the world. So I highly recommend it. It's a great gift. And on Amazon, it's often really low price. So it's a wonderful gift to buy people. The next book is the 5 a.m. Club. And I always like saying this is a really weird book. It's an odd book, but it's also awesome. Like, it is so good. I've never read a professional development book like the 5 a.m. Club. You follow this journey of this like unexpected couple and this weird billionaire. But throughout this story, there's so many gems, like so much inspiration, so much education that I just can't recommend the 5 a.m. Club enough. And then the final book that I recommend is Atomic Habits. Now, this is a really nice hardcover book, so it's a really good quality book to send someone. It talks all about how tiny little changes can lead to huge results in our lives. And I love it, especially as side hustlers, because we could feel like, oh man, I'm not a full-time entrepreneur. I mean, I am now, but for most of you listening, you're not full-time entrepreneurs yet, or maybe you just don't want to be a full-time entrepreneur. And it could be so hard to think like, man, if I don't have 40 hours a week to dedicate to this, I can't have success. But it talks all about how tiny little steps and how small little things can compound and yield amazing results. So it's a great book. It's probably the gift that I give most dietitians, like the book that I give most people. So I recommend that one. And another thing I will throw out there is I do have a blog article. If you're going to Dietitian Side Hustle to the blog, I have a blog all about books for side hustlers. So I have a lot more books I do recommend if you're someone who likes to give books for gifts. So then diving into journals, I have a journal called the Fulfilling 5 Journal. I also made this product. Well, let me back up. I made it when I did Click to Publish, but I actually created it several years ago. The printable version of it is included in my Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course. But now that I'm able to make these books like real print books, it's available on Amazon. So the Fulfilling 5 Journal is one that I created to help dietitians stay focused but fulfilled. We want to make sure as we build our side hustle, as we do anything in entrepreneurship, that we're not burning ourselves out, right? So this is a 90-day journal. It includes a checklist with my fulfilling 5, and I'm not going to dive into that now just for sake of time, but it also has space for gratitude and journaling. It really helps us as we focus on whole health, staying grounded while taking steps towards our big, audacious goals. So next on my list is a super cute lemon notebook designed by my dietitian friend, Liz Jalkowitz, who has been on the podcast several times. This is just a really simple, cute journal. It's covered with little lemons and has the words "my notes" on top. And it's just a great notebook to have handy. It's got a nice, fun dietitian theme. And I personally use mine for taking notes when I do courses and I'm leveling up in my online business. Next, dot journals. I don't know if you guys have ever used a dot journal, but they're amazing. Instead of lines on the page, it's little dots. So you can write on it like a line, but you could also use it to make checklists. And we know we love checklists, right? And to like draw things, to map out things. Dot journals are amazing. I didn't know about them until my dietitian friend, Mandy Tyler, who was in the Click to Publish course with me, created these dot journals. So she's created several of these. One that I think is super cute. It says, it's got this little picture of it like an avocado wearing sunglasses, and it says guac on. So anyways, it's super cute. I've got the link in my blog article. And then finally, some other fun dietitian journals. Dietitian Rochelle Kirwan-Inwood, she's created lots of fun pun journals for dietitians. So they have like fruits and vegetables, fun little puns, and it's a wonderful lined journals. So next on my list is techie stuff. I like techie stuff. Techie stuff is important for the dietitian side hustler. The first thing I list is actually my laptop. This is not a cheap product, but it is an amazing product to buy for yourself if you are looking to upgrade. Me in the past, I always bought the cheapest laptop I could find, like the cheapest. And they were clunky, they were slow. Back in the day, they were super heavy. And I realized this isn't the best use of my time and money. You know, in the time it's taking just to log into this computer, I could have like finished my task. So I ended up buying this product last year and I love it, you guys. It is super fast. I guess I should tell you what it is if you're not reading the article. It is Levino is the brand, and it's called the Yoga, I think 9, Yoga 9. And there's lots of different versions, but mine is, I think it's like 14 inches. It's not big, but it's wonderful. It's perfect. It is thin. It is lightweight. It has this beautiful kind of leather looking cover. One thing I like about it is that it's touch screen and it like folds completely in half, so you could use it as a tablet, and there's a stylus in there too. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm actually showing you my laptop right now. I love it so much. It is so fast. And of course I could bring it everywhere with me and all the things. So next, A good microphone. So I use a Samsung microphone for this podcast. And I think a microphone makes a good gift because, we use online stuff so much, right? Whether or not it is for Zoom, for an interview. Maybe you're getting interviewed on a podcast. Maybe you are interviewing someone. Maybe you are recording a course. You are recording a webinar. You are recording content for social media. Maybe you have your own podcasts. I think the good news is that quality podcasts are now quality microphones are now very, very affordable. So I have listed on my Gifts for Dietitian Side Hustlers the exact microphone that I use for this podcast. I'm going to lift it up. You might hear some little feedback when I do. But if you're watching on YouTube, I'm showing you my little microphone. And I also do have, it's like a $3-4 foam cover on the microphone. And I use that to get rid of some of the sound, the wind sounds like that you might hear on a podcast. So anyways, a good microphone makes a great gift for a dietitian side hustler. Next, I have a clock timer. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm about to show you because I love it and it's amazing. It's this little, how do I even describe it? It's like a hexagon. And along the hexagon, it has different preset times, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes. And when I turn this thing on its side and I put, for example, 5 minutes on top, it starts a timer for 5 minutes. When it's done, it dings. If I'm done early, I can move it and change it. But I use this all the time because it helps me with time management. When I have a task, I'll tell myself, okay, Katie, don't spend any more than 15 minutes writing this email. Like, it's so easy to get sucked into a project and to be wasting time on things that really don't move the business forward. So by using this timer, it helps me stay on task. I flip it on the 15-minute mark, and when it dings, I'm like, okay, Katie, wrap it up. You are done. So I love this. I've actually sent it to all the students in my mastermind because it's a great product to help with time management. Next, a travel charger set. Now, as dietitian side hustlers, we use our phones for business, right? It just is what it is. And when we're on the go, we need to make sure our phones work. So having a battery pack with the plugins is really awesome. What I have on my list is it's an actual phone like charger pack, but then it actually has the cords on it with the 3 different types of plugins. And I like that because you use it for you, but then if you have like friends or family around who might have different types of devices than you, they could use it too. So it's got the plugin for Apple, for Android, or even if they have got some type of weird device that still uses the old school thing we used to use. So it has 3 different types of plugins in it. And it's also small and you could pack it in your bag. Easy peasy. Great gift. Next, a ring light. Now, again, this kind of goes with the microphone, right? We are online a lot these days. Whether or not you are in a Zoom meeting, working with clients, being interviewed, recording courses, creating content for social, quality video is important, and something as simple as a ring light can really help to improve the quality. So you're not logging on and you're all dark, you can't see yourself. You're like, oh man, my video quality is just not that good. Something like a ring light is really amazing. So I have a product I recommend. It can go on your desk, but you could also transport it with you. It's an affordable ring light. It's got lots of different light quality options, but ring light, awesome gift for side hustlers. So along with spending times on devices and computers and tech, blue light glasses. Do you guys use these yet? I have some that I use when I'm working on the computer for a long time. I don't typically wear them when I'm on like a Zoom or something where people could see me, but blue light glasses are great. I guess they're called blue light blocking glasses. They can minimize fatigue and some of the issues that come with being in front of screens too long, right? So the pack I recommend, they're cute. They're not super stylish, but they're cute, and it's a 2-pack, so you can get one for a friend and for you. Next on my list is the Echo Dot clock. So do you guys use Alexa? Or maybe you use like the Google products. Now, my family, we love Alexa devices. We have them in almost every room. And this Echo Dot's really cute. It's a circle and it actually has a light up clock on it. So it's really perfect for an office or for a side hustler because it's practically got the time on it, but then you could use your Alexa to ask it questions. If you've never used a smart speaker, they are amazing because you could ask about the weather. You could ask any question you have. You could have Alexa remember something for you, create a list for you. It's really a practical tool, especially if someone has never used a smart speaker before. It makes a wonderful gift to get them started. Or this particular model is a little unique. It's cute because it's a circle. It's nice because it has a clock on it, and it's a little bit different than the typical like flat styles you might see of these devices. So the last one on my list with techie stuff is a mini projector. Now, if your side hustle or your friend's side hustles includes doing presentations, why not have their own projector? We live in this day and age where you can get a quality projector that is at a surprisingly low price and good quality, and they're small and easy to transport. I think projectors are great because you could use them for your practice, but then also you could use them for the family. You could like use it to project movies on maybe a wall in your house and make it really big, like you've got a big flat screen TV. Or you could use them outside, project it on your garage and have a fun little movie day with your kids. Or if you go camping, you can get one of those big screens, or even just project it on the side of like your RV or something if you've got like a nice surface, depending on, some of them have designs. But it could be fun not just for work, but then also for personal life. So next on my list is office stuff. And the first thing I have I don't have it handy. Shoot, I was going to show you guys my pen. That's okay. So I have this 3-pack of inspirational pens. I bought them for people in my mastermind, and they're really cute pens. They are metal, high quality. They write really good, and they have inspirational quotes on them. It's a 3-pack. It's got a pink, a black, and a white one with little gold polka dots on it. So they're cute, they're fashionable, and say inspirational things like, go for it, let's do this and make it happen. So pens, especially a pen that writes well, oh man, that's a wonderful gift. Next on my list is a do not disturb sign. Now, I always thought it was kind of silly. I'm like, why would I put a do not disturb sign in my home? Like, why would I buy that for me? But I'm a full-time entrepreneur now. And even when I was a side hustler and I got kids and they come in and mom's live and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm on a call, I'm in a meeting. Oh, I wish they wouldn't come in. And even if they don't come in, if the door's locked, it's still sometimes a problem because the knocking, right? The knocking, the mom. So I bought this do not disturb sign. It's sticky. It sticks on my door of my office and it slides. So one side it's red and says do not disturb. The other side says welcome, please knock, and is green. I like it for kids too because even if your kiddo can't read, they understand red means stop, green means go. So I bought this and it's been a game changer for me. It's super cheap. It's under $10 and it's a fun gift. If you don't want to actually stick something on your door, they do make ones that you could like put on the doorknob and flip back and forth, but awesome gift idea. Next is Post-it notes. And I feel like who doesn't love a good Post-it note? But if you're going to buy someone Post-it notes, make sure you get good ones. For me, nothing's worse than a cheap Post-it note that you put up and it just falls down. I like 3M's Post-it notes, the actual brand Post-it note versus a sticky note. And I like to use Post-it notes. They're like everywhere, you guys. I've got all kinds of shapes and sizes and colors. But I use them beyond just notes and to-do lists. I actually will use them for writing inspirational quotes I need to see, and I'll put them up in front of me on my desk. I'll put them in my bathroom by the mirror. I will put them, in my visor, in my car. And I'll also use them to write down big goals, to remind myself of the goals I'm working on, and even to plan out ideas and content. My very first cookbook I ever made, I actually put all the recipe names on sticky notes and rearranged them for the order that I was going to have in the book, just because sometimes it's helpful to have something big in front of you that you can move around, right? So I have this cute set of 15 different colors of super sticky Post-it notes. It's pretty cheap and it's listed on my website. It makes a wonderful gift. Next, a comfy seat wedge. So this is kind of a unique gift. Even before I was a stay-at-home work from home entrepreneur, we just sit down too much, right, guys? I was spending too much time at the desk and my tailbone started really hurting. Now, I'm in a world with a lot of PTs now, which is great because PTs are amazing unicorns. And one of my PT friends recommended this wedge. I'm actually going to show YouTube friends what it is. So this is a little wedge that I bought on Amazon, and it's like soft and butt supportive, it's squishy, it's comfy, it's got kind of a little cutout where my tailbone goes, and I use this all the time, and sitting has never been the same. I don't have tailbone pain anymore. So I highly recommend this for anyone who sits for their job, full-time or not. So along that line, the next gift idea is a standing desk. Now, we know that sitting too much just isn't good for us. So for me, in addition to having this wedge, I actually have a standing desk. In my situation, I do have 2 desks in my office. I know most people, you don't have an office in your home. I feel very, very blessed that I do. But for me, I actually have a standing desk that I use. I use it for like writing, for my laptop, and then I have my normal desk. So what I recommend for people as a gift, it's surprisingly affordable, is, what did they call it? It's a standing desk that goes on your regular desk. So it's this, I have it written down right here. So it's a way that you put it on your regular desk, and then you put your laptop and your keyboard on it, and then you just kind of, you move it up, and it makes your regular desk a standing desk at a fraction of the cost and space saving of buying a regular standing desk. So this is just kind of like I don't know if I want to say portable standing desk, because you probably wouldn't bring it with you, though you could, but it's something that you could add on a normal desk and turn it into a standing desk. Next on my list of office supplies is Sharpies. Who doesn't love Sharpies? Especially a big pack of lots of different colors. Sometimes if you're feeling stuck on what can I get for someone that's fun, Sharpies, right? They are bright, they're colored, they're really wonderful, and the pack I recommend, it's a 24 pack, so Sharpies, kind of like Post-it notes, are that surprising thing that can spark joy. Next on my list is a dry erase board. I actually have a big dry erase board on the wall in my office, and on it, it has my projects, it has my deadlines, my team members, my goals. It's something that I use to plan big picture things, and I leave it up there to look at, tweak as needed. But I think dietitian side hustlers need dry erase boards. I have one I recommend that's actually a little bit smaller, because again, I know not everyone has an office. It actually has like a stand that you can put on your desk. It comes with dry erase markers, the eraser, all the things, so that way you can track your projects, your deadlines, your big goals, your big dreams on a cute little dry erase board. And then the final thing on my list for office supplies is a desk organizer. Now, the product I have listed on the website, it's this really cute, compact thing that will hold, papers, books, notes, mail, pins, supplies. It has these like little cups that go on the side that will hold your pins and little supplies. You could take them off and move them. But it's a wonderful way to have a compact place to keep all your side hustle stuff, especially if you don't have an office, because this little organizer, along with your laptop and your cell phone, that can be your side hustle office, right? You can bring it with you where you need to. You can keep it in your closet or wherever you need to, knowing that all of your business stuff is in one place. So next, let's talk about things you never know you needed. This is actually, I feel like, the more silly items on my list, things that I purchased myself that I'm like, oh my gosh, I never knew I always needed this. So I've actually told some dietitians about these, and they've purchased them themselves, especially this next one, and highly recommend. So the first one on this list is an inflatable hot tub. Now, in 2020, I decided I wanted a hot tub. I love soaking in a hot tub. We don't have it. I'm a tall person. I'm 5'11", and we do have one tub that will fit me in our house, but our hot water tank isn't like big enough to fill the whole thing. Because if I have a bath, I want it to be hot, right? I want it to be hot, which is why I love a hot tub. And for me, the bubbles and the jets on a hot tub are great, but for me, I just like soaking in the heat for my muscles, for my bones, for the relaxation, all the things. So I wanted to get a hot tub in 2020. But then I started looking at the prices. I'm like, those puppies are expensive. And at the time, there were supply chain issues, and I didn't want to wait 9 months for a hot tub. So I discovered the world of inflatable hot tubs. And they are a fraction of the price of a normal hot tub. The one that I have, it's by the brand Coleman, the camping company, and it was $500 for all the things I needed. And the cool thing about a portable hot tub, or not portable, an inflatable hot tub, is that they're actually meant to be permanent. You blow it up and it's meant to stay there. So it's not like, oh, this is something I have to keep setting up over and over again. Mine has been on my back porch for a month and a half, and they're amazing, you guys. Like 104 degrees. It does have little bubbles. It's not like the jets in your back, but it has bubbles, and it's seriously my favorite thing that I bought in 2020. I love it so much. I actually was in it yesterday and my kids love it. My son brought over 2 neighborhood kids and they're just hanging out in the hot tub, living their best life. So this is an expensive product. So it might be one that you buy for yourself or have your significant other buy for you, but highly recommend the inflatable hot tub by Coleman. So the next one, again, this one's silly, but I want you to hear me out. A bidet toilet attachment. My friends, everyone needs this. And it makes an amazing gift. I bought this for my dad recently as a gift. But I feel like it's almost kind of silly because bidets aren't used all the time in American culture. And I never got one until about a year and a half ago. And a bidet has changed the game. Like, I feel like I can never go back to, I'm like, just using toilet paper. That is so silly. So again, this is a silly gift, but so good. They are affordable. The one we bought was less than $50. My husband set it up, easy peasy. It's a bidet attachment that goes on your toilet. You don't have to get a brand new toilet. You can just buy these attachments. There are so many different versions, but the one we use, it is simple, it is basic. And now when we travel, I feel like I'm so bougie when I travel somewhere without a bidet. I'm like, oh gosh, I need my bidet. So silly gift, but one, if you get it, you will absolutely thank me for, and there'll be no going back. The next gift is the Instant Pot. And I feel like a lot of people at this point have Instant Pots, but if you don't, oh my goodness, let me tell you about the Instant Pot. I love this tool because there's so much versatility in it and you can cook food faster with fewer dirty dishes. I love cooking spaghetti in my Instant Pot. I will cook the meat and the onions in it, and then I add the noodles, I add the water, I add the sauce, I put the lid on it and cook it. Before, I was using a pan to boil the noodles, a strainer to, strain the noodles, a pan to cook the sauce, and by the time I was done, I had all these dirty dishes. Now I just have one pot. It's like it cooks it all in there. It is so amazing. And I've actually gotten rid of some of my kitchen appliances because it's one of these all-in-one things. So I no longer need to use my rice cooker because my Instant Pot does it. I don't have a slow cooker anymore because my Instant Pot does that too. And I love cooking homemade yogurt in it. Like, it takes a while to make. There's a whole process, but homemade yogurt is super fun. And I love using my Instant Pot for making yogurt. So if you don't have an Instant Pot yet, I do highly recommend it. The next gift I have is cinnamon tea. So this product is Harney & Sons. It's this really cute tin of cinnamon tea. And I actually first discovered this tea when I was at my mastermind in Florida. We went to a coffee shop and they made cinnamon tea. It was like their signature thing. It was amazing. And when we left Florida, we're like, hey, can you tell us what brand this is? We want to buy it. And they're like, oh, okay, fine. And they told us it was Harney & Sons, found on Amazon. And I swear I drink this product almost every day. Still, I like it because it's strong, it's tasty, it doesn't need sweetener, it is good hot or cold, and because it comes in a cute little tin, it makes a wonderful gift. So the next thing on my list is another silly thing. It is called a pasta saurus. So this is a pasta scooper. It is green, and the actual scoopy part looks like a dinosaur head with little fangs. It is cute, it is adorable, and it is hilarious. I actually bought it with my husband. We were in a town, Ashland, Oregon. It's this cute little touristy town near us, and we were there for our anniversary, and that's where we bought the Pastasaurus at a shop. I initially purchased it because I was just laughing. I was cracking up like, this is so cute. This is so silly. And I actually use it every time we serve pasta in our home. And it just brings a lot of joy, a lot of silly joy. It's a quality product, but super cute. And random fact, I actually made my very first, or actually I guess I didn't make it go viral, but my very first Instagram reel that went viral was using the cute Pastasaurus, which made me giggle because, I spend so much time creating dietitian side hustle content on reels that take me a long time. And I was cooking dinner one night and I just literally recorded me stirring my pasta and then kind of turning the Pastasaurus so you could see the face on this little pasta scooper, put a cute little sound behind it. It took me a minute to make, and that ended up being the content that went viral on Instagram for me, but super cute, highly recommend. So next in my random list of products is a hands-free leash. Now, if you have a dog, you need a hands-free leash. I didn't even know this was a thing until recently, and now I can't imagine life without it. It's this thing that straps around my waist. It's got kind of a little bungee cord on it and a couple little handles if you need to actually grab your dog. And my dog is a puller. We just didn't train him well. And that bungee cord really helps because if he pulls, it doesn't like pull my arm out of its socket, right? Because it's on my waist and I've got some sturdy hips. So the hands-free leash is perfect for walking your dog. You have hands-free, you could be on your phone, you could be drinking your coffee or both. And again, random gift, but kind of life-changing. Next, I do have this super cute chopsticks. Little backstory, you guys, I love everything rainbow and sparkly. Sparks joy. I love it. And I recently discovered like rainbow silverware. So it's silverware instead of being silver. It's like rainbow and it's beautiful. It's now what we have in my home. And since then I've been like buying all this rainbow stuff for my kitchen that is metal. And I ended up finding these chopsticks on Amazon. They are metal, but they are rainbow. And they have these really cute little, like it's frosted at the very top and has some flowers on it. Comes in a really cute box. So it makes a wonderful, super cute gift. And I use these puppies every week. I randomly like to eat frozen fruit with chopsticks. It's fun and it prevents my fingers from getting like, the little stains when we eat frozen fruit. So super cute chopsticks made the list. And then the final list on the things that you never knew you always needed, the Unhide blanket. Unhide is a brand and they have this blanket. I think it's called like the Little Marshmallow or Little Marsh blanket. And I initially discovered it from FabFitFun. I'm going to talk about them later. But I ended up buying just one. And now I have a Unhide problem. We have more of these blankets in my house than we have humans. But part of it is because my kids started stealing them because they're so cozy and comfy. It's this really soft blanket. And I can't even describe. They're like the most soft, comfy blankets. I actually use them under my sheet. I'll use them because they're so comfy to snuggle against my body when I'm falling asleep. So Unhide blanket, highly recommend. So next on my list, I have software and programs. So this is where I'm kind of shifting from products that you buy on Amazon and really just talking about different gifts, different resources that are designed to help save you time, make you money, and also give you more skills. So the first on my list is actually Canva Pro. A lot of dietitians use Canva. If you're not familiar with it, it's a graphic design tool that makes it super easy to make professional looking images. This is where I create all of my content is in Canva for my websites, for my social, for everything. I use Canva. So there is a free version available, but the pro version, you guys, is so awesome. When you have the pro version, you could use all of the features of Canva and you don't hit that thing of, oh, well, I can't use this feature because I don't have pro. You get access to more images, more tools, and it's worth it. And honestly, it's pretty affordable, especially if you buy the annual price. So Canva Pro is a wonderful gift for yourself or someone else. Next is Jasper AI. Jasper AI is an artificial intelligence content platform. And it's like amazing. It's like the future is here. So I will tell you guys that I am not an affiliate for this product and I'm not actively using it myself, but I've used it in the past and it's pretty darn amazing. And I know several dietitians who use this resource on a regular basis and love it. So Jasper AI is a tool that you could use to write content or even create images. It's crazy. So I'm not going to go into the details of how to use the tool. I do have a resource for you if you want to learn more. But this tool can save you time for writing content like blog articles, newsletters, emails, social media content. It can help you not only save time, but if you feel like you're getting stuck with writing, it can really help get those like creative juices flowing. So like I said, I am not an affiliate for this program, but my dietitian friend, Chrissy Carroll, is. So I will actually recommend that you would go to an article she wrote on Jasper AI. It's on her website, Build a Wellness Blog. If you go to my article, I've got the link there. And she actually tells you all about Jasper AI, and she has an affiliate link. So if you do decide to join Jasper, I do recommend using her affiliate. So next on my list is Flowdesk. Flowdesk is an email marketing tool, and email marketing is super important for dietitian side hustlers. There are a lot of free tools out there. In fact, I used a free email marketing tool myself. But the problem with these free tools is that you spend all this time creating maybe some like workflows. You spend all this time creating content in this email marketing platform. But once you hit a certain level of subscribers, it's no longer free and you have to pay. And these tools are awfully expensive, which is why I love Flowdesk. Flowdesk is super affordable. It is easy to use. They've got beautiful templates, and you can have an unlimited number of subscribers, meaning regardless of how many people are on your list, you're not going to be charged more. So it doesn't feel like you're being penalized for like growing your list. So I do have a free mini course that I created, and it walks you through all the steps of how to use Flowdesk, from signing up, setting up, using Flowdesk. So I actually recommend snagging my free mini course, watching it first, and then purchasing Flowdesk, because then you're like, oh yeah, I totally want this and I know how to use it, and it makes it easy peasy. I do have the link on the article that I'm referencing. So next is key search. So if you're a blogger, you have to learn SEO. No question about it. And I do absolutely recommend being part of our exclusive blogging accelerator program. But if you are trying to blog and you are working with free keyword research tools or doing a workaround to figure out keywords for free, I just don't recommend that. I recommend actually paying and investing in a product that works. So key search is a really wonderful tool because it's affordable. On the article, I have my affiliate link with a discount code that's going to save you 20%. And you could use this keyword research tool for less than $15 a month. And this is the same one I use to build my website, The Geriatric Dietitian, to 100,000 visitors per month. So key search is a great low-cost keyword research tool for bloggers. So then the last one on my list of software and courses is a course from Dietitian Side Hustle. So I'm a big fan of courses. They are a great way to fast track your side hustle success, learn from others who are doing what you want to do, save time, get the skills, all the things. So I offer a lot of courses. I do want to mention that I do have my signature program, Blogging Accelerator program, but I actually don't recommend buying this as a gift for someone else. It is a significant investment of time and finances. So this really is a program for the right person. We only want to enroll the right people in this program. I mean, if that's you, absolutely. Gift yourself Blogging Accelerator program. But if you're going to buy a gift for someone else, I actually don't recommend Blogging Accelerator program. But I do offer 3 independent study courses. I've got a link on the website, and they make great gifts. I have 3 of them. The first one is my Build Your Brand Challenge. The next one is my Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course. And my last one is my Something to Sell courses. You can go to the website and get all the information and help someone else to fast track their side hustle success. So we are getting close to the end of my list of side hustle gifts. I hope that this has been helpful so far. I hope that it's translating well as I'm describing all these gift ideas to you. I hope you're excited to go check out the blog article. But this last section is all about things that you need to buy yourself. And one thing about me, you guys, is that I am cheap. I've always been cheap. It has been a huge mindset shift to invest in my business, to invest in myself, to be someone who buys premium. But I feel like since I've started investing in myself and my business, the game has completely changed, and I don't think I can go back. So I'm going to share with you guys a few things that I now invest in for myself. And this really isn't, one of these is businessy, but they're really kind of not. They're really things that I buy for me. So the first thing on my list is a house cleaner. And I don't mean to sound silly, but up until a few years ago, I didn't even know this was a thing. I thought that a house cleaner was just something that rich people had, right? I didn't realize that anyone can have a house cleaner. And I don't like cleaning, you guys, like at all. I know some of you love to clean. It is how you relieve stress. This is not me. So if you love cleaning, keep cleaning. But I will tell you, investing in a housekeeper changed the game for me. So when you have a house cleaner who's cleaning your home, it gives you back your time. And your time is valuable. Your time is money, yes, but it is valuable. So having a housekeeper, that gives me back my time that I would normally spend cleaning. So it gives me time to either work on my business, spend more time with my kids, or if I'm honest, just do anything at all that does not involve cleaning because I don't like it. So I have an amazing house cleaner. She comes to my house every 2 weeks. I actually had this goal for a long time of I wanted to make enough money that I could afford a house cleaner because this was something important to me. So I do recommend that if you try to find a house cleaner, use Google or a local Facebook group and try to find someone who is quality and trusted and independent. I really enjoy the fact that I am supporting a fellow entrepreneur who has her own business cleaning homes. So I am helping her to run her own business, to live her own dreams, and it's helping me. So it is win-win. Next on my list is meal delivery services. This was something else that I invested in myself this year, partly because it saves you time. It saves you time from buying groceries, from all the mental energy of planning out meals. I myself have used Dinnerly. I use Dinnerly because it's like the lower price of the meal services. You can Google these. There are so many different choices to pick from. But I love Dinnerly because the meals were delicious. It was convenient. It saved me time. And I will say it was a really fun way to get my kids involved with cooking. When this package would come in the mail, they would help me unbox it. It was fun. And my son really he's got some pretty good knife skills and cooking skills now because he loved cooking them with me. He's even cooked them by himself, completely independently. And I will say, if you don't like cooking and you're like, well, that'll save me some time, but I don't want to do that, keep in mind, you can hire a chef. Seriously, this is something you could do. If it's not something you feel like you could afford now, put it on your bucket list, put it on your vision board, your dream board, and something that you could eventually do. So the next thing that I invest in for myself now is lash extensions. So this year I started getting lash extensions. If you don't know what those are, I go to a beauty tech and pretty much lay on a table, and she puts glues little eyelashes to my eyelashes. And I think they look beautiful. They're kind of like an Instagram filter, but they're on all the time. I will say they aren't cheap, but it's a way that I pamper myself. And it's an hour-long appointment when they get them put on, and I do find it super relaxing almost every time I fall asleep and take a nap. And so I like the way I look and feel with eyelash extensions. I don't wear any makeup anymore. I literally wake up and I look like I'm wearing makeup and I'm ready to go. So having eyelash extensions does save me time because I'm no longer doing makeup, but I also feel like I'm always camera ready. I do want to emphasize here that you absolutely don't need makeup or lash extensions to be camera ready. You are beautiful just the way you are. But if makeup and extensions, they make you feel good, they give you confidence, then absolutely go for it. And for me, investing in lash extensions was A+, highly recommend. So next on my list is FabFitFun. I mentioned this earlier, but FabFitFun is a quarterly subscription service. I've been doing this for nearly 2 years. I started it during the pandemic just because, there was a season of no joy and I needed some joy. And it really is like the name says, it's fun. So FabFitFun has changed. In the past, you would kind of get mystery items, but now you can pick everything in your box for the dietitian who needs that control. But essentially, you can sign up quarterly or annual. I do annual because it saves me money and I like saving money. But it's a chance to try products you would have never bought on your own at a discount. And it's just fun. Whenever this box comes every 3 months, my kids help me to unbox it. They use some of the products depending on what I order. Some of my favorite products in there, I got this indoor planter with a light and basil seeds, and we grew basil in the kitchen from scratch and then had all this, all this basil to use for cooking. I got this really cute foldable blanket that we use when we go to the park. I've got some awesome skin and face products that I still use to this day. So it's just a fun gift that I give myself every quarter. Next on my list is massage. I love massages. I find them to be relaxing and actually very therapeutic. And I just feel like I can't make a list of things you should buy yourself without including massage. Now, I know that massages can be expensive and sometimes it's easier to gift this to someone else, but self-care for you is important too, right? Even if it isn't cheap, don't wait on someone else to give you a gift certificate. Go buy yourself one. Maybe your goal would be one per month. Maybe you want one per quarter. Maybe you want one per week. That is okay. If that is your goal, put it on the list. And that could be some of your drive for your side hustle to be able to afford having massages. So the last thing on my list, I feel like it's last but not least, and this is something for buying for you, is to invest in a virtual assistant. Now, I recently did a podcast on Dietitian Side Hustle on becoming a virtual assistant. It's an amazing side hustle. But as a side hustler, you too can have a virtual assistant. Investing in a virtual assistant is like the best gift for you to get back your time, to make more money because you are hiring an employee who's going to help you in your business, and also have someone else do the parts of your business that maybe you don't like to do or things that you just don't need to do anymore. Like, creating content for social, whatever it may be. Having a virtual assistant is amazing. I have a lovely VA. I give her a different title, but she helps me to manage my blogs and I adore her. She does amazing work. She helps me to run my business, to get back more time so that way I can serve you guys through Dietitian Side Hustle more. So a good place to find virtual assistants is the Virtual Assistants for Dietitians Facebook group. It's kind of good for finding VA jobs, but then also hiring a VA. So highly recommend. So this concludes my list of over 40 side hustle gifts for side hustlers. It's been over 40 minutes since I've been talking. I hope that this translated well from blog article to podcast. And I hope that I gave you some ideas of some great gifts to buy for dietitians or to buy for yourself. Some things are practical, useful, time savings. But I also hope that you enjoy those gifts that just spark joy and are fun, especially those things you maybe never knew you always needed. So thanks so much for listening to this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was fun. If you want to learn more about all the ways that we could work together, go to katiedodd.com. That is my Linktree page. It has my free resources, where to find me online, and all the different ways that we could work together. Because it is my Linktree, it changes based on different things I'm promoting from, day to day, week to week. But be sure to go to katiedodd.com and learn about the ways we could work together. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.